Hello there and welcome back to the channel. So here and today in my low level Boom Beach account, and we have Dr. T Tropical Island on the archipelago. This HQ or this account is at HQ level 17 with a gunboat at level 18 and a radar level 17. Right now we have RIFLEMANIA going, guys. So that means that we're gonna do it with riflemans today. Why not? Now we have to make a decision on what troop we want to be using today, or not what troop, what hero we want to be using today. And I think we should be either using Sergeant Brick if we're going to go for an HQ rush, or maybe using Dr. Kavan. Now in terms of the abilities, I think the best ability to mix with the Rifleman is using the healing critters. Or maybe Second Wind. Either of those two I think would match very well, because you can bring a whole bunch of riflemen that just died and bring them back into battle. Now another good hero to use would be Everspark with the Critter Swarm. That's gonna save you some troops, but overall I don't think it's gonna be that different. Now we're just gonna go while we play of a series of the tips on how to do rifleman attack, all rifleman attack with no medics. But I do have a video that I made a while ago. It's gonna be a link on the upper left corner of the screen. Now let's take a look at my last few attacks. I think I was boosted, but I'm not completely sure. I did these attacks yesterday. No, so I was not boosted. My riflemen are at level 18, 36% plus damage, 48% health, and 48% plus GBE. I start with 69 total GBE if I'm not completely mistaken. So let's go ahead and load all my riflemen together. I don't have an all rifleman setup, so I have to do it manually. Just bear with me a second. In terms for the goal for today, I think I'm already upgrading all I need to upgrade, but I'm going to double check. In terms of troops, so I'm already upgrading a troop and I'm upgrading Dr. Kavan. So really, I don't need the resources as of the moment. So I'm not going to boost any of my statues. You saw the video yesterday for the trader, so there's no need for that either. Let me start upgrading something here. Maybe a flamethrower. Yeah, let's upgrade a flamethrower. Yeah, let's go and do Dr. T. Here we are. Oh, let me change the hero. I said that I was going to use Dr. Kavan with the healing critters. All right, so this, you can see this is all level 4 or level 3 critters. I don't have any other use for my, how do you call this? For my tokens at the moment, because this HQ is going to stay at level 17 for a while. So it really doesn't matter. Well, first thing first, guys, when you're using all riflemen, you want to look at the map and you want to see what counters your troops. Try to go where there's less splash damage if you can. If you cannot avoid it, then trying to do it in a way where you can shock a single set of troops or a cluster of defenses, and that's going to get you the win. Obviously, destroying it with GBE is another good option. But always try to use your MedKits wisely. Do not use MedKit on a few riflemen. Try to do a reflare. So for example, if I'm gonna let my rifleman get burned here on purpose. So say I'm attacking that, right? And you know that flamethrower is gonna burn me. You know what I would do is just fall back, and then once I fall back, at that point is where I throw the MedKit. So I can heal all of them, because all of them are gonna stand there and be good. Never sort of throw your MedKit on a little thin line of riflemen just to save 5 or 10 of them. It's not really worth it. All right, so stage 1, pretty easy. Let's go to stage number 2. One of the things that people tend to dismiss a lot is it's actually better to sort of smoke your way into a cluster and just kill it outright that way. Because you can do it, it's going to be a lot faster. For example, if I go from here and I land on my troops, they're going to start slowly killing this, and then they're focused on this, and then focus on the cannon, and then focus on that, and then you get a lot of losses. The way I like doing it is sort of doing like a smoky rifleman, and you're going to see what I mean in a second. So that shock is going to hit my rifleman, but it's okay. So here we go. I'm going to just flare to here to get everybody in there. Nice and tight, and then I smoke and then I smoke, and that's where I'm going to end up with my troops. All right, and then from here you can decide that you can decide to shock, you can decide not to shock. But if you do this, right, you saw like in one shell or in one shot of the rifleman, I was able to kill 2 defenses, and that makes your shocks a lot more effective. So you can clear a lot more defenses by doing that, because not every single rifleman is going to be focused on one defense. They're going to focus on whatever's closest to them in their damage radius, and then they're going to attack it. And that is one way you can do that with Zookas too. Zookas tend to then look at different angles and shoot at the same time, and you can destroy 2, 3, maybe 4 structures all at the same time in one single shot if you have the damage per seconds to do it. So here we go. Let's take a look at stage number 3. Something going on with my connection. Hopefully it doesn't fall down there. Perfect. Here we go. We're going to do the same sort of thing we just did. And don't be afraid of losing riflemen. Riflemen are completely disposable troop, guys. That is what riflemen are there for. Don't be worried to lose a couple of troops. So you're going to see me here. I'm going to now flare to the top. You know, and we have Dr. Kavan. Dr. Kavan is going to heal our guys in very nicely. We'll be doing the same thing we just did before, right? With the only exception now that we have Dr. Kavan and he's healing, right? And then we shock and shock. And the shock unfortunately hit us. So it wasn't as effective as I said it was going to be. But there we go. HQ falls down. There's really not a lot to it. Rifleman is a drop and forget troop. You want to minimize your flare backs if you can, or try to send them into a hot area. But I mean a hot area is an area that has a lot of splash damage units or splash damage defenses. You want to avoid that at all costs. All right, so this is where things starts getting a little bit harder usually, but it doesn't seem to be that way today. So that mortar might be problematic, so I'm just going to get rid of it with GBE. What we have on the bottom are a bunch of boom mines. We don't need to worry about them. Don't worry about boom mines. You'll lose 2, 3, you know, at least maybe 2, between 2 and 3 per boom mine. But at the end, it's not a big deal. So this time I'm going to land right here. And I'm going to smoke my troops. So I want everybody there on the ready. Some riflemen are gonna get out. Don't worry too much about them. Just do what you need to do. I'm gonna clear the up to that second machine gun. The rest is really not important. And now you see why I said to bring Kavan. You know, Kavan is gonna keep at this low level. Kavan is gonna keep a lot of your riflemen alive because he's gonna be constantly healing them. Plus, he has that extra oomph in which he mitigate some of the damage incoming. So I think right now my hero is at 8.9 or 8.7%, something like that. We can check it out. But there we go. There we go. Just like that, stage 4, we lost 19 riflemen. But that's about equivalent to losing 1 full landing craft. I have space for 21 riflemen on each of my 7 boats. I have endless reserves. So that's not a big of a deal for me. But if you look, all the losses are not, they're mostly spread out on all the boats. So even though I lost 19, you divide that 19 by 7 boats, you're talking at most 3 minutes of load time for all your landing crafts, right? So we have how many? So in this case, we have 6 landing crafts. Let's say it's 20, so it's what, it's 6, 3. So about 3 minutes at the most per landing craft to load. And that is not a lot of time, right? That is what's good about riflemen. You don't have to worry about boom cannons. You don't have to worry about sniper towers. You don't have to worry about cannons. When you're using tanks, and a lot of people in this level use tanks, you lose 1 tank. You're losing half an hour of play time because you're waiting for that 1 tank to load. So don't be afraid of riflemen. Don't be afraid of losing riflemen. It's all part of the game. All right, so here we go. This is another map. We have We have a rocket launcher and a shock launcher here, which is nasty stuff. There's two ways of doing this. The first one is destroying this with GBE. I'm not going to do that this time. What I'm going to do is I'm going to clear this out. I'm going to land my troops here under smoke, and I'm going to smoke them on the shadow of that rocket launcher. So that I don't have to worry about him. Then one shock right here in between this. Well, actually, one shock in this mortar and this sniper tower is going to disable shock launcher, rocket launcher, and mortar. And then I'm going to be able to just clear this entire area. So yeah, wish me luck, guys. Hopefully this will work. This is the second tip. You know, when you're landing with your rifleman, look for a place where you can hide, that you don't have to use all your GBE. Because look, there's a bunch of machine guns on this corner, and you want to avoid being hit by those. So let me land. I'm gonna land. There's no other boom cannon on the beach, so I'm gonna land all my riflemen right here, and have my Kavan last. You see, I let some of my guys get hit so that Dr. Kavan would follow, and that was set on purpose, right? If I lose a few riflemen, it doesn't matter. Don't worry about those losses. They're insignificant on the grand scheme of things. There we go. So I'm gonna reflare again just to get everybody in. I'm gonna send some critters out. Shock. And that's all she realized. If we don't get to win this, we're not gonna win it. But right now, all the mortars, all the rocket launchers are gone. Let's go ahead and go here on the shadow of that rocket launcher. Let's send another medkit just to help Dr. Kavan out. And we're out of energy, but we have plenty of riflemen to take this base out. Right now, we just need to worry about that mortar. But if I can just keep healing here, this is gonna fall down, or this is gonna be done and done. Now, what we just did would have been a lot harder with the Zookas, because right now those riflemen were being hit by the rocket launcher, and the Zookas would have been inside of the mix and they would have died. So we lost, I'm gonna reckon we lost about half of our fighting force. We're gonna check. So we lost 88 out of 20 times 2. We're talking about 140, and then at 7. So we have 147 riflemen, and out of that 147, we lost 88. So that is about 50. We lost more than half. So we were left with 50 something total riflemen on that attack. But it's still a win. Riflemen are shipped too low right now because of they're on the RIFLEMANIA, and they're shipped too low at either way, so it's not that big of a deal. 10,000 credits or 10,000 gold pieces, it's peanuts in terms of the grand scheme of things. So there we go. First stage number 5 is gone. Now on this stage, unfortunately, there is a lot more splash damage defenses that we have to contend with. And it's not going to be as easy as we did on the previous one. Let's see what is the health of this. So we could try the following. We could try using GBE on this guy, because this guy doesn't have any bearing on the attack. Neither that guy. For the most part, I mean, if I can park a few of my riflemen behind this mortar, will be okay. That rocket launcher does 43 damage. So maybe we add a boat of medics to the rifleman, or to the rifleman mania. I think we are going to be okay in that sense. So let's do that. Let's add a boat of medics. There's no shame in accepting that a base is hard. So we're going to add a boat of medics to this. Where are they? Here we go. So now that boat of medic is going to counteract the effect of the rocket launcher. Dr. Kavan is going to help a little bit, and we can just go. So let's try it this way first. See if it's going to work. I think it will work. It will work. So here's the plan. I'm going to destroy this with GBE. I'm going to destroy that with GBE. I'm going to plant all my troops. Yikes! This guy, look, that guy does 64, 72. This guy does 72 damage per shot. Or no, per second. Multiply that by 5 because he fires every 5 seconds. So 70 times 5 is 350. So he's not going to kill my rifleman outright, because my riflemen have a health of 400, I believe. Let's double check. It's important that you do those checks before you attack, because that's going to tell you how important one defense is versus the other. So yeah, he's not going to kill my Rifleman in one shot, but the combination of the mortar and the rocket launcher will. So the plan is the following. I'm going to destroy this with GBE. I'm going to land on this corner under smoke, and I'm going to shock this machine gun and flamethrower. Those are the most dangerous things, and I'm actually going to tell them to focus on those. And then I'm just going to make my way up to the corner. Now, these mines right here, they need to go. I cannot allow those mines to stay there, because otherwise they're going to wreck my life. So let's do this. One barrage here. See how much it takes. Took about half, so let's do another one, and then another barrage up here. We don't have Everspark this time to clear mines for us, so we have to do this manually. Boom. Okay. So we have 24 HP left, guys. So we need to be careful. I'm gonna land. Let me see how I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna land. I'm gonna do it this way. I'm gonna do 1, 2, 3. This. Everybody else. Oh no! I forgot to send the smoke earlier, guys. Forgot to send the smoke earlier. Lost a lot of riflemen right there. I'm gonna lose a lot more. But here we go. Shock and shock. I said I was gonna only shock on the other side, but I decided against it because I already lost a bunch of riflemen there, and we lost Dr. Kavan. So let me retreat. That one was sort of not good. Actually, we didn't lose that many riflemen, to be honest. 43. It's not that many, but let's go back and reload. That attack, that initial, I forgot to send the smoke first, so that was kind of bad. I'm gonna send the smoke first and land my troops. That's what I'm gonna do. So let's do this, 1 and 2, like we did before, and then let's do one barrage right here. Hopefully that's gonna take care of most of the mines. I don't have to waste an extra artillery. We might have to, but I'm just gonna wait. Maybe we get lucky. All right, so let's send the smoke right here. 1, 2, 3. Everybody else, let's cover them right here too. That way we don't get hit by that. All right, so here we go. Shock, and now we're doing good. I'm gonna send some critters. So those critters actually heal a little bit more. Don't kill my medics. Don't kill. Oh, I just killed my medics. Yeah, here we go. Let's flank here. Let's shock here. Wow, that was insane. We just lost a bunch of riflemen to that mortar. It seems that we're gonna have to get rid of that shock launcher too. If we don't get rid of that shock launcher, things like that are happening like every single time. You see, those mortars are being hyper deadly. So maybe we just need another boat of medics. Another boat of medics, and instead of bringing Dr. Kavan, bring Everspark. I think that's what's gonna make it good now. So let's try one more time. I mean, Stage 6 is usually pretty difficult, and as an HQ level 17, you know, there's no questions. This is going to be a hard start to the game. So let's go back. Let's load 2 boats of medics just to try to keep everybody alive. 2 boats of medics. 2 boats of medics, and instead of this, bring Everspark. Where is she? Here she is. Hey, Sparky. We need your critters. All right, so here we go. Let's try this one more time. Or no, one more time. Let's try it a couple more times. So, like I said, maybe we need to get rid of those. We need to get rid of both the rocket launcher and the shock launcher, just to make our life a little bit easier. 1, 2, and 3. Hopefully, just 3. Ah. All right, 31 GB. Let's do the same thing that we just did. Boom, 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 boom. Let's just do a smoke right there. So now we should be all good to go. All right, so now the medic should be able to keep most of those guys alive. We have a little bit more oomph. Now we don't have the rocket launcher to worry about. A shock here. We cannot afford to keep losing medics like that, guys. Medics are precious to us. we're not able to keep our medics alive. Let me heal. We need to heal. Let me send a smoke right here. So, I don't know. It's not looking terribly good as of the moment. I mean, there's no more mortars to hit us, but those machine guns are chopping through us like there's no tomorrow. Yeah, we don't have enough. We don't have enough oomph to do this. Now the question is, are we able to do it with Rifleman, Zooka, and medics? I don't know. I don't know. It's a good question. Maybe Grenadiers would work, but I know that my Grenadiers are low level, so they're not gonna have enough damage. Let me try with my old trusty RCCM and see if that works. Hopefully it will work. I know what some people are saying. So you should bring a hero with it. For example, bring Brick with the eye shields, or bring Kavan with the eye shields. Yes and no. I mean, that is a one. You know, like once you use it, you're screwed. I mean, it costs too much. I prefer to have those bunch of critters to help me out. That's just me. All right, let's do this one more time. Now we have RCCM. We have a little bit more punch, so we don't have to waste a lot of time. Trying to clear, because the Zookas are going to allow us to just punch through really easily. And maybe this time we'll do this. We'll actually destroy these mines, because I think that was one of the biggest culprits right there. We only have 8 GBE left. That's not going to be a lot, but it is what it is. And it's important that we cover our Zookas. Zookas are our life right here. And of course, that mortar just hit us on the Zookas. Freaking luck of the Irish. So there we go. Let's see what happens. We lost half of our Zookas on that freaking mortar attack. That is ridiculous if you ask me. Alright, so there we go. We need a shock. We don't have a shock right now. That is horrible. We're losing Zookas left and right. It's not looking any better than it was before. Let me send some critters. Maybe that's going to help us a little bit. But hadn't we lost all that Zookas at the beginning, I'm pretty sure that this thing would have been a lot different from what it is right now. Let me go in this corner right here. Maybe we can save a few of our Zookas there. I know we're safe from the rocket launcher. I think we're safe from the sniper towers. So now the question is, can 2 Zookas destroy this base? I don't think so, guys. This is if we hadn't lost all that Zookas, it would have been a lot different. Oh, you know what? All right, so I'm gonna pause the video so that you're not here waiting 2 minutes. We know that those 2 Zookas probably will not be able to take the base, but I'll catch you when there's like 10 seconds left on the base, all right? All right, guys, so 8 seconds left. We look at the amount of health we took out of the HQ. If we get there with 4 more Zookas, or at least two more Zookas, we would have gotten this base. So this is really comforting, the fact that we're gonna be able to take it. I just need to save my Zookas. I need to save them from the beginning, and this is what I'm gonna do. So instead of landing, I'm going to land my medics last. Right, so I'm going to land my medics last. And I'm going to land Rifleman, all Zookas. Then we're going to land, actually, no, let's do it this way. So that's the way we're going to do it. All right. And the other thing I'm going to do, instead of bringing critters from, I'm going to bring this. I'm going to hack some of those key defenses so that they don't keep shooting at my guys. That's what we're going to do. And this is how we're going to beat it. Just watch. And yes, I could have done this with Rifleman Zooka, because Rifleman heavy Zooka, but it's Riflemania. We want to use Rifleman. Also, I want to highlight how powerful Riflemen are, even if it takes me 10 attempts to do this. I'll definitely try this. All right, here we go. let's try this. So we're gonna do 1 and 1, and just like we did before, we're gonna do 1 right here, and there's gonna be 1 2 1 2. Perfect. And now we're gonna land a boat of Rifleman and all the Zookas left. We're gonna there we go. That was just perfect. We didn't lose any Zookas. Medics are gonna be right there. Let's do another. No, actually, oh no, but I don't have another flare. I don't have a shock, so that's gonna be painful. But I think my medics can actually heal that out. Okay, let's shock here, because we lost a lot more riflemen than before, and I'm not sure what the heck is happening there. All right, here we go. So hacking. So why did that hack just went that way? But it actually, I'm really glad it worked the way it worked. And I'm going to tell you why I'm glad. There we go. So let's shock right here. Machine guns are going to be the biggest culprit of losses right here. Come on, Zookas, you can make it. Come on, give me enough energy for another hack. I just need one more little hack. Let's go back. Shoot, we're going to lose again. We lost all of our Zookas again. God dang it. What did I do different this time? I thought we had more energy from before. Was it the hack? Was it what? What was different? I'm going to try this again. I'm not going to give up. I know you may be bored. You may be saying, so this is not doable. But I'm going to try this again. I don't understand what happened. Okay. So here we go. 1 and 2. One, 2, 1. Perfect. So now we definitely have a lot more energy from before. Yeah, now we do have a lot more energy from before. There we go. Come on, medics, go there and heal my guys. I need you to heal my guys. I'm not gonna worry about those guys. I'm gonna shock right here and just call it good. Okay, this is looking a lot better than it was looking before. Let's kill that mortar. Perfect. Let's go here. Shock. I don't want my Zookas to get hit. Good. Let's get to this corner. Let's hack here. Not hack, let's shock. Okay, now we got this. Now for sure we're gonna get this. There's no way we're losing this time. Execution was good. Okay, now let's hack. And let's come on this corner, guys. And we are gonna get it. So it was just all a matter of how to execute the attack. Let me just get everybody there. We're gonna lose our medics, but it's okay. And that is it, guys. Stage number 6. After how many tries? 7 tries. We're gonna definitely get it this time. It was just a matter of perseverance and getting the right strategy. So maybe I'll cut some of my fails. Maybe I will not. But if you do, let me know in the comment. I think I'm gonna leave them all on. Let me know in the comment section if you actually like the way, if you like me to show all my tries, or just skip to the actual takedowns. I can probably edit that on my videos out. But that was stage number 6, guys. No easy feat, but it was completely worth it. Just one crystal there. So that crystal is just, it was worth all the work. Now this time we have a lot of flamethrowers. And machine guns and shock launchers, and this is not going to be as easy as the previous one, especially with the 2 rocket launchers and the 2 shock launchers right there. Look at the health that they have. So I'm going to leave it out here, guys. Stage number 7, I'm going to call it. It's going to be too hard for the soul to beat this out. Let me know if you ended up beating it and what combination did you use. I want to thank you for stopping by and checking my channel, guys. We have reached 1,350 subscribers. Let's see if we can make it to 1,400. Please give me that support. It will be amazing. Like, comment, and let me know if you have any questions, guys. Thank you very much for your support, and solid checking out.